work. If you say it, then it's wrong. But you got away with work, and I've never seen it not like this. And sometimes I don't understand.
We're gonna be live in just a few minutes, y'all. But I'm excited. I'll be on in just a few minutes.
You completely lost when coming to your throne and I'm laying down my life. The holy blood of Jesus, yeah, the perfect sacrifice. And I'm unclean, but you can't give me right. So whenever the darkness that they can touch me from your illuminating light. So the darkness flees because you're truly perfect. Even though you see me priceless, you said that I was worth it. When I'm hurting, feeling worthless, feeling under the weather. You take away the blindness, no offense, how I
Father, you're my vacation. That's why I stand on your word, cause you deserve an obligation. And everything you've done deserves reciprocation. Amazing, all the wonder you are. You're so big, so bright, so let me alright. And I love every one of your ways. Amazed at all the wonder you are. Cause you gave us all your love, there's no way that you got away with murder, and I've never seen you done like this. And sometimes I don't understand it, Lord, I love the way you do it. I love the way you do it.
Good morning, storytellers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just trying to make sure that my broadcast is looking right. Let me go ahead and get on Insta. It looks a little bit darker in here today. Trying to figure out what's going on. Why my stuff looking a little darker? All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get the Insta family on here, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? The Facebook and YouTube family. Those watching the replay. How y'all doing? God and stories. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on here. What I love about Instagram is that they have, the filter. Make the face look a little smoother. But I can't broadcast, my cool features that I have over here. So let's see. Maybe I wonder, like, why? You know what? Maybe because I used to have my light on this side, but it does look brighter on Instagram. Very interesting. Very interesting concept. Let's see if I move it over by the ring light, if that would help. Let's see. All right, y'all. I guess so. Um, I wish that it was a little bit brighter. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Good morning, storytellers. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's your girl V. Y'all, it's Friday. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Welcome to God in Stories. Good morning. Good morning, storytellers. Welcome to God in Stories with Vion. If you don't know me, my name is Vion, bestselling author, publisher, and ghostwriter, helping thought leaders and tomorrow's leaders write their stories to make an impact in the world. I want to help you write a transformation book, a book that can transform the lives of someone, a book that can give hope. That's what I'm here to do. I want to help you share your story so you can make an impact in the world. I've been doing this for over 6 years now, and I love it. I love being able to help people share their stories and turn their stories into published books. I've been having bestsellers lately, which have been awesome, and I'm very proud of my clients. I've had them be able to put their books out there, and then they have these amazing testimonies of being on Essence Magazine, Rachel Ray Show. It's just been phenomenal. Books open up doors for you. So I'm here to help you create more opportunities and income by having a published book. Also, those of you that are on Facebook, say hello. Go ahead, put some comments in the comment section. If you're on Instagram, listen, I love Instagram for the aesthetics. I love this filter. It's making your girl look really fancy. But if you're not on Facebook, you're missing kind of the presentation that I have going on the other side. Look like a little show that I got going on over there. So if you want, you can follow us over there. You can just type in facebook.com/Vion. Now, if you know me, I'm not going to say before you too long. I want to talk. Oh, nope, I got to do my news. I'm getting used to this whole show structure thing. So thank y'all for your patience. So last night we had my masterclass. It was so amazing. It was just so good. I saw just how I'm not trying to be prideful. I saw how dope like your girl really is. Like I really know this stuff. I was talking before the slides because this stuff just comes so naturally. But I was able to talk to you guys about what it takes to write a book. I gave you my writing hack, teaching you how to write books easily, so it don't take you 2 years or 1 year to write a book. You can finish that thing in about 30 days if you follow that template that I gave you last night. I also talked about things that publishers don't want you to know, some secrets, some tips on how you can make sure that you have the one up when it comes to signing with publishers, but not even just that, working with self-publishers, what to be aware of, and how to make sure that you're getting the best deal for you. So you are the author, you are the creator of the manuscript, so this should work for your benefit. So we had some great discussions last night about that. I had some great feedback. Someone said that she had no clue about publishing. She didn't know how the business worked until she got on that masterclass last night. It gave her so much insight, and she felt very confident being able to move forward with publishing after this masterclass. So that was, listen, my job was fulfilled. I ain't mad. I'm cool. But what I do want to do for those of you that missed it, I will be doing another masterclass just like this. I'll go through the same presentation again for those of you that missed it. I'm gonna do it again live for you guys. So if you guys have questions, during the masterclass, then I'll be able to give comments here and there. And if you want that VIP access to be able to ask questions about your book specifically, then we can make it happen. So excuse me just a second. Great. So outside of that, what's in the news? What's in the news for today, V? Let's see what the news is for today. Let's go ahead and get that. Oh Lord, I gotta get these braids out. All right, so my gel's starting to turn starting to turn the color of my makeup. Lord Jesus. Let's go ahead and get into the announcements of what's going on today. All right, not today. What's going on? Because today is definitely not the day for what's it called? For any type of event. All right. Masterclass. We're going to do a replay of that coming up, and I will come up with that date very soon. Just be in tune with my profile so you guys know what's going on. All right, let's put the swag back on. All right, swag back on. It's so funny. My grandmother told me my great grandmother had glasses like this. I said, "Oh, look at history repeating itself." All right, y'all. Like I said, if you know me, I'm not gonna stay before you too long. Something that I talked about last night in our masterclass, it was just so good, y'all. And I'm not even just saying that because it's mine, but I gave a lot of information. But something that I talked about last night was just the negotiation process of working with publishers, self-publishers. That's something that I talked about last night, and I kind of want to touch on that a little bit today. I'm not gonna talk too much. Like I said, if you know me, you know I'm not gonna be before you too long. But something I wanted to talk about was just knowing your worth, knowing your value, what you're bringing to the table. And I hear that a lot, like especially like when it comes to relationships and social media. What are you bringing to the table? Said the men that are looking for a woman to run everything. What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to? Okay, sorry. Walks away. People say I am the table, and it's just like, okay, great, queen, good for you. Anyway, if you know me, you know me. But this is the thing. When it comes to publishing books and working with publishers and especially self-publishers, you need to know your worth. You need to know what you're bringing to the table, and you have to know that you are able to negotiate these contracts, right? Something that I tell people is that they need to take a really good look at their contract when it comes to publishing with big time publishers and also self publishers that are small business owners, or maybe they have a really big self publishing company. Not sure which route that they're going. But something that I talked about last night is that I was associated with a publishing company. Well, I didn't sign with them, but I did see how their sale process went, and they literally had a $20,000. I think it was 20,000 or $30,000 publishing package. Okay, and so for me, I'm like for me personally, I know that it doesn't cost $20,000, $30,000 to publish a book. I know that for a fact. Now, this is the thing. It's all about value. This is something that I talked about in my masterclass last night. All right. If somebody is charging you that much, they have to provide a lot of value to you as the author. What does that mean? Good morning, Kybra. Or Cabra. What I mean by that is you need to make sure that whatever that they are offering you, if you're paying a $20,000, $30,000 publishing package, that everything is going to benefit you. This means that they're taking care of your marketing material for you. They're giving you the strategy. They're also going to connect you with partners. Good morning, Queen. They need to connect you with partners. They don't need to just say you pay $20,000 and that's it, and we'll make your book come true. No, what I learned about their package is that they did provide a lot of value. They provide a lot of value, but at the same time, it's like it it wasn't like a fully done, it was a done for you service, but at the same time it kind of left a loophole to where if you don't produce results, then it can be put on you. And I feel like if you're working with a publisher, they need to be very transparent of what the marketing process will look like if they provide marketing services. And also, you need to ask them. I'm going back through my masterclass right now, but you need to ask them: is marketing included in my package? If you are doing a $5,000 book publishing process or a $5,000 book contract, know that marketing is not going to be included. That's just the truth of it. It says, sorry, my connection was messed up. But $5,000 is not going to include a full on marketing package. I mean, some people might, but for the most part, you will probably see that in a $10,000 package where they can give you some guarantees. They can do the service for you. That also should come with your book cover. That should come with your copyright. I'm not even just the government copyright, but I mean the copy itself, which would be about the author and about the book, the summary. So these are some things that you want to take into consideration. But ultimately, what I wanted to talk about was knowing your worth. When you know your worth, then you won't settle for less, right? This goes in the publishing industry, but also in life and even spiritually, right? You need to know your worth, what you're bringing to the table. So let's not be surface when we're talking about what do I bring to the table. No, baby, what is your book about? What kind of transformation can your book bring? What kind of numbers can your book bring in? So something that I talked about on the masterclass last night, if you aren't thinking about negotiating your contract and maybe you might have a sign-on bonus, you're gonna some I'm not going there. I'm not gonna give it all. I'm not giving all the sauce today. Y'all gonna have to sign up for the next one. But know that you need to come prepared. If you're expecting a sign-on bonus, if you're expecting to negotiate, you need to come prepared. And I talk about the things that you need to come prepared with in my masterclass. We're going to redo this masterclass again so you don't have to miss out on the secrets that publishers don't want you to know, and also how to come prepared for these publishing companies and self-publishing businesses as well. For me, I am a self-publisher, and I am very very direct about what I provide and what I do not provide. But I make sure that you understand the value that you get for what you invest in. Okay. So when you're talking with publishers or a self-publishing business like myself, it's good that you ask those questions and that you talk about, your worth. If you don't know the worth of your book, your publisher should be able to identify that for you. That's if you're working with a good publisher or an experienced publisher. For me, I help people identify that in the very beginning. That's one of our first conversations. Where are you going with, like, what is your vision for this book? If you don't know, then I can show you through a book outline. We can create a book outline template for you. We can identify what your target audience is looking for and what kind of content that they're looking for. Like this is the type of stuff that I do when I work with my clients. Why? Because I want my clients to experience results, and I don't want them to feel confused in the process. But there are some businesses that will not go through this in detail with you. Some people, they may do it, but you may not get results. So if you're working with cheap services, you'll get cheap results. You'll get temporary results, or maybe you haven't communicated your vision. So for me, something that I do when I'm working with somebody, one of the first questions I ask them: are you trying to be a bestseller, or are you just trying to get your book completed? Because if you're trying to be a bestseller, then we need to come with a strategy. But if you're just trying to get your book completed, we can absolutely do that, right? So the strategy for a best-selling book is going to be completely different from just getting your book published. So it's good to talk about vision. It's good to talk about mission, where you're going with your book, who your book is for, and what value that your book can bring. But at the end of the day, it all goes back to value. You have to understand your value as an individual. You have to understand your value as an author, the value of your book, and why this can really be an impact in someone's life, or why this can be entertaining if you have some sort of adventurous book or entertainment book, whatever that might be. Like, what kind of fulfillment will your book bring? And so that's where the money is finding that out. And so when you can find that out, then that could really be an asset for you when it comes to negotiations and your contracts. Now, at the end of the day, it also goes back to you understanding your value. If you don't understand your value, you'll end up settling for less than what your book is really worth, or what your concept is really worth, what your content is really worth. So it's about knowing that your brilliance is where your book is, but you have to understand your brilliance. For years I did not understand my value. I used to do websites for $500, I used to do websites for $400. I didn't know my value, I didn't understand, but now I do. There's no way I'm doing that again. I'm over here building WordPress websites for people for $500, $400 or 600. No, that's an easy $5,000 website. Plus I'm setting up your custom email address, and I'm doing your graphic design, and I'm creating your copy. Absolutely not. So you have to know your value. Even with book publishing, I had to understand my value in that too. I used to do book publishing for $800. $800. That includes your book cover. Used to, not anymore. Definitely not my price anymore. Especially if you're looking for ghostwriting, that's it's a whole different game. I used to do ghostwriting for 1,000. Slap me later. I'm just kidding. Do not slap me, please. You'll get slapped in a lawsuit. Anyway, I ain't turning the other cheek. I ain't gonna do it. This just not my calling. But anyway, don't make me pull Yolanda Adams. Oh, just kidding. All right, so all right, but anyway, at the end of the day, you got to know your value as an author. You have to know who God is calling you to, or you'll end up settling for less just for a little bit of money. And then when you find yourself in these positions like where you can't make ends meet, it's just like, man, it's because you settled. So you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. So when you're signing these contracts, make sure that you're reading the content and know who your audience is, what type of impact that you can make, and your value. Why should they choose you? Why should people want to read what you have to offer? And if you don't know, you need to get with somebody like a coach, like myself, that's able to identify how you can make a difference and what your book content can become. Okay, we want to make sure that we create valuable content and quality and value, right? Because you can give all of the I guess quality, the outward appearance. It can look great, but if the inside is I don't want to. I'm trying to use my words. If the content is not creative and valuable, you'll just have a pretty ugly book, a pretty worthless book, right? But and then on top of that, your reviews will show it. So for me, I make sure that I create quality content and content that the audience needs. So make sure that these are things that you talk about with your audience so that you can get, or not with your audience, with your publisher, whoever that is, so that you can get the best value, because you are the value. What you bring to the table is the value. And if you don't know what your value is, speak with a coach. Also, research the industry, research what this audience is looking for, research how you can fill that gap of what they're looking for, that need, that desire, those pain points that they have. How can you help them? What can you bring? And then you'll see, I do have something to offer. I am valuable. I mean, you should see that before you even write your book. I used to look for validation in my work. I don't do that anymore. Like, forget that. I was qualified before the foundations of the earth. And if you want to learn more about that, you can get my book called The Qualified Life. And I teach you why you are qualified, even if your life does not look like it. Even if your world is telling you the complete opposite, God has still called you to do something and you're still qualified to do it. So if he's ever putting you in a position for you to do something, it's because he has it inside of you to overcome it and to bring other people out. Okay. So this is something that I tell people it's going to be a part of the curriculum for BGBU, and everyone needs to know what's inside of them. Everybody needs to know that they are capable of doing these things. Everybody needs to know they are capable of writing a book. I literally saw this paralyzed guy. There was a guy who was paralyzed. Also his bones, I think he had no bones in some areas or something like that, or they were very like he could easily break. It was something like that. And he wasn't able to talk. I don't think he was able to talk, but he was able like to move his fingers like this. And so they would put his phone next to him. Okay, they'll put his phone next to him while he was laying on the bed, and he would literally type a book like this. He made a book being paralyzed. We need to watch that. I'm gonna put that on here as one of the broadcasts one day. and we can do like a watch party so that we can be inspired when it comes to writing books. Like there's no excuses, especially if there is no handicap holding you back. Like this guy literally had every excuse to not be able to write a book. I believe he wrote more than one. He eventually did pass away due to his, his situation, but he left his legacy. He left his story on the earth to outlive him. Isn't that amazing? He was able to tell the story. He was able to show his story, and then he was able to type it with the little bit of movement that he was able to have. So there's no excuses. We just have to know our worth and know our value and see that we are still called and that we still have a purpose in life. No matter what is coming our way, no matter what obstacles try to knock us down. So I pray that this blessed you today. I pray that it was very insightful and that it encouraged you in your writing and publishing journey. I know for me, I used to let things hold me back. I used to let people's opinions hold me back, or I used to let my circumstances hold me back. But there's no reason that we should even consider being held back by anything, not even our own selves, not our past, nothing, not even our family's opinions of us, whatever. Maybe in school you weren't the best student. That should not hold you back. Maybe you say, well, I'm not the best writer, but guess what? You have a voice to speak. You can still speak your book out. You understand what I'm saying? There's still ways. So let's eliminate the obstacles. Let's believe in ourselves again. Let's believe that we are capable of doing anything. The Bible even says that I can do all things through Christ. So if you feel limited, you probably need more Christ in your life. You need more truth in your life, right? The truth will what? Set you free, right? So we want to get rid of those distractions. We want to let go of those excuses, those limitations. No limitation mindset. Ooh, that's going to be a shirt. I'm going to go get that made. If you know me, you know me. That's gonna be on the shirt very soon too. If you know me, you know me. I'm gonna make a book or a shirt out of something. No man, I'd be saying some stuff. I'd be like, man, I gotta put this on a shirt for real, for real. So, yes, guys, let's just stay focused. Let's do what we gotta do. If you don't know how to do something, get a coach to help you do it. For me, I had to hire a business coach this year so I can hit my six figures. Like period. If I am trying to do something I've never done and expecting to get there and I haven't produced the results, that means it's time to get a coach. Y'all, sometimes we find ourselves procrastinating because we are refusing to get a coach. We're refusing. We're trying to do it on our own, trying to do these YouTube tutorials, and it's not getting you anywhere. Sometimes you need a coach that has been where you've never been. Sometimes you need a coach that's able to tell you how to get the result, you know? And it's just like it's pride for you to try to figure it out yourself. For years I lived in pride thinking I could do it all alone. But I had to get a coach. I had to get someone that was able to help me get where I need to go. So I'm literally about to put that on a shirt and I'm gonna get that joint printed today. So, all right, y'all. Hope this blessed you. Put some comments in the comment section if you're watching the replay. Let me know that this was good for you, or let me know something that you took away from this. Also, we'll have the masterclass repeating again. And I'll let you guys know. It'll be next month. So we'll have that, and I'm looking forward to being able to build with you guys and have some results. I want to see you guys become a published author this year. So I want to hit 100 authors this year, or 100 books. That'll be awesome. Yeah, 100 books this year. I want to hit 100. So let me know if you have a book idea that you want to publish so that we can get that done. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's your girl B.